and welcome to another English lesson. Today we will be continuing a lesson that we had started in our previous classes, that is Odd One In, written by Tithi Tawara, but in a slightly different manner. In the last lesson, we learnt about Rima's prejudice against Malti, who is unable to speak in fluent English. Today, however, we will begin our lesson by watching a video, and let me warn you that it is a very sensitive video, so I want you to keep your eyes and your ears and your mind, everything open.
We shouldn't be judged by what we are wearing or how do we look like.
An appeal against discrimination for understanding and acceptance from her own countrymen. In her 3 years in Delhi, Lucino, a second-year student at the Faculty of Law in Delhi University, has faced it all: lewd comments, racism, mockery and suspicion, all because of the way she looks.
We were in an auto, four of us, some four guys in two bikes. They were following us the whole time. They were passing comments and then they were calling us chinkies.
The university campus is no haven either.
Even in college, they call us chinkies. And
The 23-year-old from Kohima feels her biggest enemy is ignorance. Ignorance amongst the general Indian public about the culture and customs of the Northeast. Sometimes even ignorance about basic geography.
Even if they're from India, they are not aware of this place called Nagaland.
At times, our very appearance itself becomes a reason for our discrimination. They feel that Northeast students here don't have anyone to back them up. Don't have anyone to turn to, so they can go on doing whatever they want to do, and then they can have an easy exit.
So children, we saw the video and I want you to tell me if you liked what they showed in the video. I am sure we all are guilty of calling people names because of their appearances and how they look, and tease them for various reasons. Now we saw how it affects them and how bad it could feel if we were in their place. This is a regional discrimination and exclusion felt by Indians because of Indians themselves. So, children, now that we know how people face discrimination on a daily basis, we shall be moving forward in the same chapter today and find out whether Rima's behavior with Malti has changed or not. So students, when I read the chapter, I want you to pay attention because after that, I will be asking you a few questions, alright? Even Mrs. Sen did not like it. That night, Rima's parents discussed the matter. We put Rima into a good school to make her smart and confident. I'm afraid she's turning into quite a little snob, said Mr. Sen sadly. The following Saturday was the inter-house singing competition. Rima, who was participating in the English song category, was surprised to see Malti's name in the list of participants for the Hindi song category. Oily Plate sings also, she said snidely to Claire. Croaks, you mean, giggled Claire. They were to be proved wrong. Malti sang beautifully. She had a melodious and well-trained voice. Rima and her gang had decided to jeer when Malti sang, but there was such absolute silence they did not dare to. They were sure to get caught. When Malti finished, the principal was the first one to start clapping, followed by the teachers and students. No one was surprised when Malti won the first prize. Rima did come first in her category. Somehow, she felt no joy. Okay, students, now I'm sure you all must have paid attention, so you can definitely answer these quick questions. The first question is, which competition was held in their school? Yes, it was the inter-house singing competition. Very good. Second question, what is the adjective used to describe Malti's voice? Yes, I'm sure most of you must have guessed it. It is melodious and well trained also. And the last question, who won the first prize in the English singing competition? Yes, it was none other than Rima. Alright, now we move forward to the detailed study of this section part by part. I will give you a moment to glance through this section. So children, in this section we notice how Rima and Malti both have participated in a singing competition. But before that, I want you to tell me, why do you think Rima's parents had a discussion that night? Were they happy with Rima's attitude? No, Rima's parents were not at all happy with her attitude, as she was not ready to change her opinion about Malti. What was their reason for putting Rima in a good school? Yes, to make Rima smart and confident. But what happened? She turned into quite a little snob. So here I want you to locate a word which means a person who thinks they are superior to others. Yes, I just used the word in a sentence. The word is snob. So Rima thought that she was superior than the other students in the class. So children, do you think God created anyone superior to any other person? Let me show you a quote from Quran and a quote from the Bible. A quote from Quran says, "And among his wonders is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your tongues and colors. For in this, behold, there are messages indeed for all who are possessed of innate knowledge." And a quote from the Bible says, "Do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment." So these quotes, children, highlight the importance of equality and treating everyone with respect and dignity regardless of their birth and color, because they are all children of God. All of us are children of God. Do you know, children, God feels bad when we make fun of others, because how would you feel if you made something or invented something and someone said it looks bad, or it is good for nothing? You would definitely feel bad, right? Similarly, God also feels bad and dislikes anyone who disrespects his creation. So children, what do you think you can do to have a peaceful and happy environment in the school where everyone respects each other regardless of their looks and appearances?
So I think that acceptance would start when the child would explore and get to know each of his classmates, and for that the bench wise rotation is really important, wherein the child gets to sit with each of his classmates and understand them and know them better, irrespective of their looks or appearance, and that would make them know his classmate well and develop respect for them.
Very good. That is a very thoughtful answer.
I will make value based slogans that can be put up in the classroom, and at an individual level, I won't ridicule or judge anyone based on their appearances.
Really, I am proud of you. Thank you so much, both of you. Such lovely answers. So we know that Rima was not ready to change her opinion, and she and her friend were surprised to see Malti's name in the list of participants. Why do you think they were surprised? Because they did not expect someone like Malti to participate in any kind of talent show. So this was their prejudice. Now, children, I want you to locate a word which means mocking. Yes, very good. The word is snidely. So Rima says, oily plates sings also in a way to mock Malti. Now I want you to locate a word which means sounding like a frog or a crow. Yes, the answer is croaks. So we notice that even Rima's friend joins with her in the mockery of Malti. Right? So students, now I want you to tell me what is then the main idea of this subunit. Is it mocking Malti? Is it Rima's unchanging attitude? Or is it Rima's snobbish behavior? So you will notice that all of this was happening in the subunit that we studied. But what is something that we learn from this? That Rima's attitude was not changing whatever happened. So the main idea of this subunit is Rima's unchanging attitude. Okay, students, great. Now, moving forward, I want you to guess who these great personalities are. Alright? So, look at this. Yes, I'm sure all of you must have guessed it. This is none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. And this is the brilliant musician A.R. Rahman. And this is the very, very famous actor Rajnikant. Yes. Do you know, children, where these people are from? In which part of the country?
Our former President of India
Was from Tamil Nadu. A.R. Rahman is also from Tamil Nadu. And Rajnikant is from Karnataka. All of these people are from the other end of the country as mentioned in the text earlier. And these people made a name for them and have won so many awards and accolades and have made our country proud even internationally. But we tend to forget these brilliant examples and we make the people who are darker than what is considered normal, or people who don't dress like us or style themselves like us, feel excluded. We have seen so many examples with children who only want to make friends with children who are fair. Is this how we should treat someone because of their skin, something that is so natural given by God? So, children, I want you to keep thinking over this question while I show you another video.
It's something that I don't usually talk about because I'm afraid that I'm making people uncomfortable. It's something that affects me in almost every aspect of life.
There's something about having dark skin on a woman's body that shapes the way she moves through the world. There's something about having darker skin on a male body that shapes the way in which he moves through the world. It has real life stakes.
From what I've seen growing up, dark skin equates to being poor, dirty,
Ratchet.
They tend to be the bad guys in Tyler Perry movies.
Straight from the border.
That doesn't even make any sense. I'm not deemed as beautiful, therefore I am not beautiful. And those two are not really mutually exclusive.
I would get called the blackness. One joke that really stuck with me was like, oh, Edgar's so black that when he leaves a car, the check engine light turns on. That was a reference to my skin being as dark as oil. I felt ugly being of a darker skin tone. So I tried to gel my hair, or I started listening to skater punk music. So I tried culturally to lighten myself, if that makes sense.
I went on a trip to Korea with my mom. Some woman walked up to my mom and she asked, "Why is your daughter so dark?" In Korea, you have to be pale, and I almost felt like a foreigner and not so much Korean anymore.
When we turn off the lights, they say, "Oh, Salorm, where did you go?" Or, "Oh, you're really pretty for a dark-skinned girl." Are you saying that my race and just the fact that I am black, is that not attractive in general?
So we all saw the video, right? Children, we ourselves are people of color. Forget the white discriminating against the blacks. That is wrong in itself. But how can we Indians discriminate against other Indians? Isn't that awful? We need to walk with the excluded, not make them feel bad about their color or the way they dress or talk, because all of this is a part of being Indian. We all are Indians and nobody is a lesser Indian than the other. So, children, what do you think you can do to eliminate this sort of feeling of being better than someone else, and instead walking along with them and not let them fight their battle alone?
We should understand that everyone around us come from different backgrounds, even our friends for that matter. So we should not judge them, okay? And we should see that we do not hype ourselves so much, or just treat others with condescending attitude, because that will lead us nowhere. And we should try to be kind and sensitive towards others rather than just being mean or rude.
Very good. Thank you so much for the answer. So, children, like these great personalities, Malti also proved Rima and her friends wrong. She sang the song beautifully and everyone praised her. Rima and her friends were not able to make fun of Malti as they had decided. Why? Why do you think they were not able to do so? Because when Malti started singing, there was absolute silence, as everyone enjoyed the performance and they did not dare to make fun because they were sure to get caught. And who was the first person who started clapping? Yes, it was none other than the principal, who was the first person to start clapping. And both of them won the first prize, right? So then, why do you think Rima felt no joy? Because she did not like someone to be as good as her, especially someone whom she disliked and belittled because of her looks. Rima always saw to it that Malti felt excluded from the class, but Malti always proved her wrong. Right, students? So these are the character sketches from the last chapter, which remain the same, and I have put them here for your reference again. You can have a quick glance if you want to. Yes? Okay. So now I want you to tell me what is then the main idea of this subunit. Is it Malti's hidden talent? Is it Rima's disappointment? Or is it jealous Rima? Yes, I am sure most of you must have guessed the right answer, and that is Malti's hidden talent. Yes? Alright, very good, all of you. You have done a great job. So, children, in today's lesson, what did we study? We studied how Malti proved Rima wrong in spite of her unchanging attitude for Malti. We also learned the values given to us by God and walking on His path of caring for others and their feelings, and not letting anyone feel excluded. So then, children, what do you think is the central idea of the unit that we studied today? Is it following the teachings of God? Or is it never make quick judgments? Or is it never judge a book by its cover? So the most appropriate option from all of this is never judge a book by its cover. So the central idea for the unit that we studied is never judge a book by its cover. And students, how do you think is the writing style of the author? It is a conversational story, right? So that makes it very engaging and fun to read. I'm sure all of you have also felt the same. Alright, so this is the summary table that I have provided containing the main ideas, the central idea, and the language study for today's lesson. And before I end the class, I have a very interesting homework for you, that is to write a letter to Rima convincing her not to judge someone based on their appearance, because we are all created by God. Alright, interesting? Okay. So with that, we come to the end of the lesson. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.